Scientific disinterest. Ministers and public figures must not be seen as endorsing drugs whose efficiency is in doubt. So the people like ministers and various members of the government of India, they should not be seen as endorsing drugs whose efficiency is in doubt. So all of these people, the one thing which all of these people have in common is being well known for their hard work and their reputation. And nowadays, during the pandemic, the efficiency of these ministers and the government is in doubt. It means the people are doubting whether the government and the ministers are working to their maximum extent in the pandemic. The presence of Union Health Minister Harshvardhan at a press conference to promote Colonial, an Ayurvedic pill promoted by Baba Ramdev's Patanjali Ayurved, is objectionable on more than one count. So, so this pattern basically says that our Union Health Minister Harshvardhan, he has been at a press conference of Patanjali, which launched its new pill known as Colonial, and this gives us a certain immunity against the coronavirus. And and this was a part of the Patanjali company, which is an Ayurvedic company, as most of us know, and its host was Baba Ramdev. So the presence of Union Health Minister Harshvardhan. So him going to that press conference is not actually necessary. So that's what this para says, and that's objectionable. Means we can form several objections saying that he doesn't need to be at that press conference, and he could be doing many more useful things. And there is not just one objection. There are more. Colonial is a concoction of the common herbs known to Ayurveda. So Colonial is a concoction. So concoction means something basically messed up very randomly. So Colonial is such a concoction of common herbs which are known to Ayurveda. Since June, there have been attempts to deploy it into India's COVID-19 management protocol. So this has been the Colonial. It has been in existence since a long time, because the government it is hesitating to bring it into market since June. Dr. Vardhan, alongside cabinet colleague Nitin Gadkari, was at a press conference with Baba Ramdev and other promoters of Patanjali to announce a scientific publication describing the efficiency or the efficacy of Colonial in ridding volunteers part of a clinical trial of the coronavirus. So it repeats the same as the first para again. It says that Dr. Harshvardhan, with his colleague Nitin Gadkari, he attended a press conference of Patanjali, namely of the product Colonial, with many promoters of the company Patanjali, along with its main leader Baba Ramdev. For one, Colonial is a product manufactured by a private company. So for one, one of the objections could be this. For one, Colonial is a product. So Colonial is a product that is manufactured by a private company. Patanjali is not a government company. It is a private company because it is not controlled by the authorities of government. Doctors Harshvardhan is an ENT surgeon. Are explicitly barred from prompting drugs of any sort. So Dr. Vardhan didn't implicitly mention Colonial in his address at a function. What public function is are seen to be doing speaks louder than what they say. So though Dr. Vardhan didn't explicitly mention Colonial in his address at the function, what public function is are seen to be doing speaks louder than what they say. So Mr. Harshvardhan, what the public is saying is that he's not just promoting this product. He's doing something more than that. So that is what the public is saying. And also an important point is that Dr. Harshvardhan is actually a surgeon, an ENT surgeon. Baba Ramdev first claimed that his product was endorsed by the WHO. And Baba Ramdev, he also claims that his project was initially, or when it was initially launched, it was accepted or approved by WHO too. WHO means, as we all know, World Health Organization. Following media reports, WHO Southeast Asia tweeted that it hadn't reviewed or certified the effectiveness of any traditional medicine for the treatment of COVID-19. And in an soon amount of time, who of the Southeast Asia, who present in the Southeast Asia, it has tweeted out that it has so far never reviewed or never said that a medicine against coronavirus was fully effective. So here it is very likely to assume that Baba Ramdev is lying. What transpired was that India's apex drug regulator had certified Colonial as a pharmaceutical product in supporting COVID treatment and an immunity booster, and cleared it for export. It hasn't recommended it has not recommended it as treatment of COVID-19. So what actually happened is that Baba Ramdev, he was not lying, but what happened is that they certified Coronel, and they have said that, they have classified it as a pharmaceutical product just for an immunity booster, and not particularly against COVID-19. So it is an immunity booster, and it may help a lot of people, but it will not be giving protection or more immunity against the coronavirus. The publication of a double-blinded, randomized, and clinical trial in a research journal isn't an endorsement of a product, but an essential requirement of reporting the drug's actions to subject experts. The report reveals that the medicine was only tested on 95 of those symptomatic and mildly symptomatic, but confirmed as RT-PCR positive. So the coronal, it has been used for some tests, and the people on which it has been used are the people who either had asymptomatic or symptomatic conditions of the disease, and they were also tested positive by the RT-PCR. The 45 patients who got the actual treatment and not a dummy pill tested COVID-19 negative significantly quicker. So yes, it is an immunity booster, as I said. So it partially also works against COVID-19. It has increased the chances of a person being negative to COVID-19. However, these numbers are small. I just said that Colonel, it is Baba Ramdev. He was not lying, and the coronal, it is very effective. It is a very effective immunity booster, and although it is not special for the COVID-19 disease, it still works pretty good, and it has increased the chances of people who have taken it being more safe to the coronavirus. But the problem is that these numbers were not consistent. Only small amount of people have showed proper results or favorable results. A larger proportion of those with mild or no symptoms are expected to clear out the infection without any external intervention. Um, so a large proportion of the people. So a large proportion of the people who have been tested, most of them, they had no symptomatic conditions or even mild symptomatic conditions. There was no information in the study on the number of days that elapsed before the patients tested positive, making the role of the drug in clearing out the virus unclear. So here the efficiency of the coronal, it's not mentioned specifically, because it has just said that it is also working a bit against COVID-19, and even though the numbers are very small, even though the numbers are very small, and it is not consistent, it still does a lot of help. But the number of days in which it could do its work is not clear. Through allopathic medicine, two has cut corners. An ICMR-led trial ultimately couldn't justify the administration of hydroxyquine. The Drugs Control General of India approved approved itolizumab by Bicoin that was tested only in a sample of 30 but was advertised as a breakthrough drug, and Covaxin was approved before its efficacy was known. Processes are imperfect, but the government must demonstrate its scientific disinterest when evidence is waiting. So, now the government it has kind of accepted to let in the supply of Colonial, and it also has done many similar things, and one of those is the approval of Covaxin without proper information, without proper evidence or information of its efficiency. Even the Bharat Biotech claimed that based upon its anecdotal evidence or the evidence which was not based on facts. Even the Bharat Biotech claimed that it has an efficiency more than 90%. We don't know what the truth is, because we have no proof from the trials saying that Covaxin has more than 90% efficiency. So even though the government has given it permission, and also we should also not be blaming the government entirely, because even we have been pressurizing the government saying that it has been hesitating a lot to launch a vaccine or to approve a vaccine. So the government of India is definitely under pressure right now, and even though it should demonstrate its scientific interest and not disinterest in the upcoming weeks or months. Thank you.